used to, I would do the hands over shoulders, like a real deal surrender position. Because I think in some of the competitions they require that your hands are over your shoulder line. And so I see some guys touch the bill of their hat. But seeing Jedi, once again, I'm going to talk about him, you know, hands in front of your face like you're blocking your face, protecting yourself. This is more realistic than doing like this or like this. I mean, they may tell you to get your damn hands up, but I do like this better, having your hands in front of your face, kind of like a fighting position. That really makes a lot more sense. I mean, so, but therein lies the problem, where your hands are down here, you kind of know where the gun is. Up here, you got to come down, and I've been doing both. I try and scoop the shirt and draw the gun, and I've also been doing this. I'm not really sure. To me, I think it really depends on the type of shirt you're wearing. Some shirts, I need to do this and pull up because they kind of static clean to my jeans and my belt right there. And some of them hang a little more blousy toward the bottom, and I can easily scoop that shirt up and get it out of the way to get the firearm out. So I guess I really need to stick with one or the other, but right now I'm still experimenting and kind of going back and forth, seeing which one works better for me, more consistent. Here lately, I've been thinking that this isn't bad. That's I know pretty much for a fact that I'm going to get that each time. Whereas I can come up and miss the shirt. This is what I'll do. I won't go far enough down and get it. I'll come down here and try and grab it, and nothing happens. This, you know, you're gonna slap the shirt. You're gonna get material. You're gonna bunch it up and pull that shit out of the way, get your gun out, and get it on target. But just like the other day when I made a video about the cheap holster versus THC holster, that makes a huge difference. I just went into the store a little bit ago, got off work, put my carry rig on with the THC holster. Traditionally, if I would have been using the old one, it would have been really hard to, like with these tighter shirts, it was harder to conceal and it wouldn't stay. It would be moving around and doing all kind of stuff. This thing stays exactly where it's at. It stays right there. So when you're dry fire training, keep it simple. Keep it simple. You're really focusing on getting the gun out of the holster, because you want to figure this dry fire. You want to figure this whole draw stroke thing out while you're dry firing. You do not want to go to the range having never never drawn your gun from a holster. You do not want to go to the range and practice live fire with your draw stroke. If you I learned that a long time ago, that you do not want to just go to the range willy-nilly, never drawn from a holster, and do it live fire. There's too many things that can go wrong. So you want to get all your mistakes that you're going to make in your draw stroke, you want to get it out in dry fire, in the safety of your dry fire area, when the gun is absolutely clear and unloaded and completely safe. No ammunition anywhere near you or magazines that you can get to within arm's reach, preferably in another room. Because if you start doing mag changes and reloads, who's to say that you got two empty magazines and you grab the wrong magazine that's actually loaded, and then you slap it in there and jack one in the chamber and send a round through the wall. So those are just things to consider. I haven't really been trying to push the 1 second draw too much lately. One, because I got a new holster and I had to pretty much start over. Two, I'm just not there yet. I can get it out and get it on target and shoot. It's just sloppy. It's sloppy. I need to work on my mechanics and get that down pat. So I'm doing about 50% speed to reinforce my good habits and wipe out my bad habits. Earlier I kicked it up a notch. I went, probably 85-90% speed. And I find that the worst thing that I do is I don't get a good grip up under the tang of the gun, up underneath the beaver tail. I don't grab that. I grab too low on the gun. I do it every time if I'm trying to go fast. So I'm trying to work these bugs out. That was a pretty good execution of my draw right there. That's probably the best one I've had today. The draw was good. The grip was good. Sight alignment sucked. You have to pick apart your draw stroke. You have to pick it apart. You have to just sit there and see. It doesn't take a genius to see what's going on and what's going wrong. You just have to think about it and break it down. Make it simple. It's always better to have somebody else with you to tell you, and it's always good to have video, but it is priceless to be able to take training from some of the people that we all look up to. It's absolutely priceless because you can jump light years ahead with their knowledge and skill. But in the meantime, if you're like me and you can't do it right now. You just got too much going on. Bills, family, work, all this stuff. You still can train and you can still get your reps in if you just break it down, do your research, look at all these guys' videos, and just pick out what is relevant to you and see what makes the most sense, and then do your dry firing. And a lot of times, if you're on any of the social media platforms, you can ask these guys questions, and they will gladly tell you, give you some sort of explanation in one form or another. And Carry Trainer, Mickey with Carry Trainer, they have all those S12 videos out there, and you get to watch the whole S12 course. I mean, there's so much you can pick up from that stuff. Now, I'm not saying that everybody on YouTube and on the internet is that is sufficient training. I'm not saying that by any means. But if you're like me, you got a good head on your shoulders, and you know enough about firearms to get you started, you can glean enough information from these sources and these people that the content that they're putting out there, and if they're vetted, you can get some really good knowledge and extend your dry fire and your training, and to kind of bridge the gap between what you're doing now and then to the point where you can get some training. But that'll be all for today. Just wanted to kind of talk about that stuff with the dry fire and the different people in the industry, and I hope y'all have a good day. Do your research, practice, ask questions. Just make sure that the questions deserve to be answered.